Hi friends, and welcome back to day 8 of Thriftmas, where I am taking you inside my Goodwill every single day for the first 12 days of December to see what we can find specifically on the new racks and the new carts. And yes, I cheated a little bit yesterday because I shopped through one or two of the racks because there weren't as many good things on the new racks. Before we dive in today, I just wanted to take a second. We're over halfway through the series and I have gotten so much love down in the comments and everything about this series. So thank you for those of you dedicated watchers that have been joining me every single day on this. It's a lot of work, filming and editing and everything. So to know that there's people out there that are enjoying it just makes it all worth it. I hope you guys are a little bit entertained. I hope you're learning a little bit. And with that in mind, I wanted to give you kind of a quick update. I actually just took a whole bunch of packages over to the post office. I had a really good sales day the last couple days, which I'm thankful for, and a lot of them were Thriftmas finds. I don't have everything listed from the last couple days, but from the first few days of Thriftmas, I do have those things listed already, and I'm working on the others. So we have already sold, you saw the Roback polo shirt that sold really quickly. I also have now sold those Orvis gray hiking pants that I picked up. I sold the Kamek, like the blue snow pants that were like a couple dollars because they were kids. I sold those new with tag outdoor research women's pants, that like base layer, those sold really well. And actually just today when I got my phone and checked things after work, I noticed that Eileen Fisher black silk blouse had sold for like $39 on eBay outright with the sale that I was running on it. So I've had some really good successes with the stuff I've gotten in Thriftmas, which is just exciting for me. Obviously when stuff sells quickly, that is always kind of the plan, right? And with that in mind, let's go in and see what we can find. Don't forget to subscribe. We still have quite a few days of Thriftmas left and I don't want you to miss those videos. I've also started already filming content for once Thriftmas is over. I've got a ship with me coming. I've still got some bins videos coming. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. All right, enough talking. Let's go.
Well, the rack at the front of the store is definitely looking a little dreary today, but I see some racks further on in the back, so don't lose hope. But we're going to check it, of course, no matter what. Those looked a little nice. I was like, oh, Lululemon right off the bat. No, they were just Russell. Definitely a men's donation here. Still checking the suit jackets. That's the best place to always look. If you're trying to do it quickly, usually there's a tag right in that inner section so I don't have to unbutton them. But sometimes like that one there is not, so I had to look towards the other side. But, more than 9 times out of 10, like 24 times out of 25, I can see the label right by what I'm doing right there.
Do you want to say hi or do you want to be left out? Okay. So much fun because I just ran into one of you and she said hi and I'm so excited that she did. So if you are watching this video and you said hi to me, thank you so much. That made my day. If you guys ever see me out in the wild, please don't feel scared to come say hi because it's really fun to get to talk to one of you. All right, so that new rack was really bare, but thankfully I do still see a few more, so all hope is not lost. So let's go to the next one and see what we can find.
So I've been getting a lot of great feedback down in the comments. You guys really like seeing why I'm picking up certain things and leaving certain things. So I wanted to show you, this is an example of something that at the bins or at Dollar Day I absolutely would grab. It's a really cute American Eagle. It retailed for like $50. And even if that hadn't been new with tags at the bins, I might have grabbed that. It's a cute style. It looked like it might have been cotton. Same with this Umgee. I like selling the brand, but it's only going to sell for like $15 or $18. So those are things I do pick up, but I leave behind at my Goodwill retail store. I don't think I ever pick up American Eagle at Goodwill retail, but at a cheaper price, I will get American Eagle denim almost every time if they're in good condition. If you've watched any of my swap meet hauls, you can see that I definitely picked that up. Okay, so I'm trying to see what this brand is. I end up seeing it's Metalita. I end up going back and looking it up. It looks like it might be a scrubs brand, and it looked like it might be a scrubs brand that actually can sell. That one ends up being just a long sleeve like base layer, so I passed. But if this had been a scrub top or bottom, I might have grabbed that. All right, this Eloquy set, I was really considering. If it had been $10 or less, I might have grabbed that. I like picking up Eloquy. It's a plus size brand, and it sells decently well for me. $16 even for a 2-piece set seemed a bit high, so I left it. And then City Chic. I cannot decide if I like selling City Chic. A couple months ago, new with tags, I probably would have grabbed this, but I have picked up a couple things new with tags from City Chic recently, and they have not sold yet. Maybe at the bins I still would have risked it, but I'm certainly not going to risk it today for $8.49. Okay, here was one that was also new with tags. It's called Reb Dolls. I took the time to look this one up as well. I did consider it, but based on comps, I end up leaving this one behind. It looked super cute, just wasn't convinced. Just wanted to point out these Dairy Queen shirts. I absolutely love Dairy Queen, and I love blizzards. I am a Heath Blizzard girly. Every time I go there for a treat, that is what I get. And I'm checking to see if these were $2.99 because I was considering comping them. I've heard that restaurant merch, like for their employee clothes, can do pretty well. I've seen that from other resellers, but I honestly have never sold it because I don't find it very often. So let me know down in the comments, is anybody like selling employee clothing? I'm trying to grab that somebody had thrown over and then it fell on the floor. I just don't have a lot of experience with it. I kind of figured that for $5.29 those shirts were not going to be worth it. At the bins, I certainly probably would have grabbed them. I would have looked them up first, but it's likely that I would have grabbed them. I do try to go through the linens. You never know what you're going to find. I have no idea what those little monkey girls are, but they looked kind of cute. All right, this caught my eye at the next rack because it looked like somebody donated their entire Stitch Fix box. Those were all brands that I see in Stitch Fix boxes, which I really like selling Stitch Fix new with tags clothes. Even some of those just basic shirts I sell pretty quickly on eBay and on Poshmark. I'm trying to see what this is. It's really hard. I'm trying to show you this tag, but it looks like the brand is called Black, maybe, which meant that finding comps was going to be ridiculous because you search for black pants.
First find of the day. All right, we found a Victoria's Secret black slit. How cute is that? It's only going to be $2, and this is gold label, Victoria's Secret. So let me see if I can show you that a little bit better. I think the size is ripped off, but we can deal with that, and I'm excited.
So for anyone that might not know, Victoria's Secret Gold Label is their vintage line, and it does really well in their nightgown stuff, in their lingerie, in basically everything. And this is great because you could wear this as a normal skirt. It does not have to be lingerie. Okay, so this I thought was beautiful. It caught my eye right away. And then the tag I recognized as Lithe. I think I'm saying that correctly. It's an older Anthropologie label. I also see that has a dry cleaning tag still on, which always is just a benefit because it usually means that it's been taken good care of. It's $8.49. I end up looking that one up just to verify. It looks like comps are a little bit all over the place, but for the prettier dresses, they can do pretty well. So I do end up grabbing it. I'm gonna probably list it between 30 and 40. I think the style is gonna carry it. Okay, Eliza J. Sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. Full disclosure, I have not figured this brand out. This one to me just seems to be a little too plain, a little too basic, so I do decide to leave it. But yeah, again, let me know. All right, take note of this. Don't worry, we're gonna come back to it. This is Fabletics. Again, this is something I'd pick up maybe if it were $3-4 or less, but $7 it just wasn't going to be worth it to me. But I do like selling Fabletics. It can do pretty well. The leggings end up sitting, but anything else from the brand, like those pants, probably would have sold. I probably could have made some money, but just not enough there for me to want to grab it. I told you we'd come back to this one, so I hope I didn't give anybody a heart attack when I passed it. But you need to take note of that little heart guy. It's often in red. He is white on this, but this is Play. I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce what's under it. It's made in Japan. It's all the rage. And it does really, 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 really well. It's often found as like a Converse collab, but this is just straight main label, a sweatshirt. Also, after comping it, it looks like the clothes with the white heart are more rare than the red heart. So I'm actually listing that for $125. All right, these are a pair of Levi's pants. They are my husband's size, so I called him while I was in the store because I've been looking for pants for him, and I'm happy to report that they do fit him well. He is keeping them and he is very happy. So I will keep an eye out for more pants for him, but I've been looking for like weeks and weeks and weeks. So that is just as exciting to me. All right, that's the vintage LL Bean label. If this had been less expensive, I would have grabbed it. And same with this. This is a really nice Banana Republic outerwear. For all I know, maybe I should have grabbed this too, but at $30, I didn't want to risk it, but there was probably still value. All right, this I'm just giving you a warning. Don't be led astray by the daily ritual tag. We're looking for daily practice. Daily practice is one of the new lines at Anthropologie. Daily ritual is usually not worth it. All right, these I just grabbed. They're a nothing brand, but they looked cute for me to maybe try on, and we'll come back to those a little bit later too. This, I got excited for a hot second because I saw the Giorgio, but this is Giorgio Pacelli, I believe, not the Giorgio Armani that we are looking for. All right, I saw a jersey that wasn't marked up, and then I was like, Michael Vick, it's not going to sell. He's had a little bit too much drama, so we're going to leave the Vick jersey behind and head over to the new racks. So nothing at the beginning of the rack, but then midway through, I found this Brooks Brothers pullover sweater, and this is a linen blend. I think I've said before that I like selling Brooks Brothers in the nicer material, linen, silk, cashmere, wool. Sells really well for me. This was also in great condition. It's a good men's size, so we're definitely going to grab that one as well. Lots of Target, lots of Walmart, lots of all kinds of things. Roxy and Billabong always has the cutest styles. I always want to grab them for myself, but I don't often tend to pick them up to resell, even though some of the better styles probably do have value. Here is a Gabe's. Where are Gabe's stores? Somebody out there tell me. I know I've seen them, but we don't have them. I'm not local to them, but it looks almost like a Ross or a Marshall's or something like that, or at least the tag does. So I need a little bit of help from YouTube land. Where do you live if you have Gabe's near you? I need to know. Thank you to everyone that has commented and told me that you do like watching when I'm just organically going through the new racks and looking for stuff. I'm always concerned that I'm going to bore you when I'm just flipping through racks, not finding anything. It's sometimes easier just to put a montage together of things I'm actually finding. But I've got a lot of great feedback that you guys actually like to see the things that I'm passing, the things that I consider, but then end up not grabbing, and kind of a little bit of my thought process. It doesn't mean my thought process is always correct. You might disagree. That is totally fine. We also all run different versions of our own business. So what might work for me might not specifically work for you, or vice versa, and that's okay. I think it's always good to just have that conversation, to learn from each other, because everybody runs their business a little bit differently. Everybody's is set up a little bit differently, and I love getting inspiration from others. All right, that little itty bitty size tag is always a bad sign. It usually means it's from some random online marketplace, commonly Amazon. So when I see that, I know to skip it. I was looking at these Under Armour pants because I really like flared leg tight yoga leggings, and I never can find them. I really wish they had been a smaller size. The medium was probably just going to be a bit too big on me, or else I would have grabbed those because I have the hardest time finding them, and then I wear them basically to the ground until I can find another pair, and I really liked these. All right, here's Pure New Wool Vintage Dead Stock Skirt. If that had been less expensive or maybe at the bins, I would have grabbed that, but at $10 I just decided to leave it. All right, here is We Wore What, and it is new with tags. I have only sold this once. It did not sell as well as I expected to. There was a little bit of drama a couple years back with the owners of the brand that some people have said has kind of brought the brand down a little bit. That may very well be true. But it was really pretty. It was new with tags. It was standard price, I think. So I wanted to make sure I was looking it up. And after looking at the comps, it just did not support it. It looked like this dress also comes in blue and comes in pink. The blue looked to be more saturated. It retailed for $89, but comps just did not support picking it up. These shoes were so bright, they caught my eye. They are Zara, they are new label Zara, and if they had been $5 or less, I probably would have picked them up. They were in fantastic condition. They were pretty cute. Obviously, I would have loved to get these Sorel. They were also in really good condition, but at $25, it just was not worth it to me. If they had been 15 or less, I think I would have grabbed those. Here's some Steve Maddens. I used to pick those up all the time, but I will sometimes pick them up like at the bins now, or really good like the leather Steve Maddens I will still sometimes get, but I will not pay more than like $5 for them. I have a lot sitting in my store. All right, another new rack for us to go through. We are going to check out a couple of these. And I got really excited when I saw these 511 tactical cargo shorts. They are the cotton canvas style, which I don't like quite as much, but do you see that puckering right in the front there? I always check there, especially in jeans, because the elastic can kind of stretch out. But I would have grabbed those 511 tactical shorts if it hadn't been for that puckering. I still think those will sell around 30 or so 5 into 30. All right, do you see that like new cart of shoes over there? I'm keeping an eye on it because I keep wanting to look through it, but he's like actively putting them on the racks. All right, this I just wanted to show you is a vintage starter. I do like picking up vintage starter. That has a giant like oil stain on it. I don't know if I would have grabbed it if it had been a little bit better of a team. No offense to Maryland, but it's not quite as big of a school as some of the others. If it had been an even bigger school, I might have grabbed it. All right, Kill Crew, I did look these up after I was finished with the rack here. They didn't look like anything that was worth me reselling. I see a lot of Under Armour at the Goodwill, especially. I don't know, maybe people just really like Under Armour in my area. I do live outside of Baltimore, which is the Under Armour headquarters, so we probably do see a lot more of it than maybe in other areas, but I think it's pretty saturated everywhere. All right, so the kids' shoe rack is looking a little bit bleak today. I did look up these Crocs. I don't remember the style off the top of my head, but I did look them up, and they didn't look like it was going to be worth it. They looked a little bit smushed too. The boots, the bigger kids area was also looking a little slim. I didn't see anything new that I hadn't seen yesterday, so we are off to the races. And what I decided to do is, since the worker is just going around pushing that cart and putting new shoes on the racks, I decided to kind of follow his steps and see what new shoes he was putting out, because I wasn't able to get through that cart because they never had it like sitting out for us to go through. So instead, I'm just going to kind of follow along like a little puppy and see if I can grab anything nice that he just put out. But he's still putting them out, so I'm trying to not be like a complete stalker. But yeah, they really would love to grab some here. Would love for those to be Birkenstocks. These are BOC, which is a line within Born Concepts. I like picking up BOC and Born. They both sell for me, but I'm just not going to pick them up at normal retail prices. Cole Haan, especially the ones that are a collab with Nike Air soles, are really great. BOLO, keep an eye out for those. 12 was a little steep for me. If they had been 10 or less, I might have grabbed them. Cole Haan, Nike Air also do really, really well in men's. I think even better in men's. But I've sold like classic suede pumps like that before fairly successfully. All right, over to the new carts. Let's see what we can find today. I thought that was a cute like Long Island mug. Also, these little wooden shelves I'm seeing them all over like Pinterest and Etsy and stuff. Those like vintage ones are super cute. Mini bags was a thing. I don't know if somebody tell me, are mini bags still trending? I feel like a couple years ago mini bags were all the thing. I don't hear quite as much about them anymore. Plus it was DKNY, so I wasn't gonna pick it up anyway, but always gotta look. I probably should have looked at those barbecue things. We could maybe use a replacement for our Grill Master tools. All right, I'm seeing some repeats. I feel like I've seen that baby cookbook like every day since I started doing this, but that's okay. That's how it goes. All right, this is interesting because that was mine. I donated that one of these days. I don't remember. They have it priced at $4. I used to have it hanging like in my entryway, but I just kind of redid a little bit of a decor. We've been organizing some spaces in my house. That's why I've had a lot of items that I need to donate. All right, this was a fun little kids set here. I thought it was super cute. I think it's Princess Sophia, maybe. Somebody correct me. My daughter walked through that. Oh, I missed what it was on the top. This I thought was really beautiful. I liked the color. It's definitely not, homemade pottery. This radio flyer trike, my son has at home right now. He rides it around inside the house right now. He's only 2, but we'll get there. All right, so a little insight into my life. Every year, Santa brings my daughter a snowman and my son a penguin. So then, as they grow, they'll have a little collection. When I was young, my parents did this with me as Santa, and I got angels. So I'm looking to see, I already have my daughter's snowman, but I do not yet have a penguin for my son. They're a little harder to find, but I didn't see any there, but hopefully maybe during Thriftmas we can find one. I liked this suitcase. My daughter would really love it. She loves Poppy. She loves trolls. At $12, I wasn't going to grab it. She also doesn't need a suitcase, so I probably wouldn't have grabbed it no matter what. But honestly, that was probably like a Walmart suitcase that only was like $15 anyway. So 12 was a little steep, but that's okay. So yeah, maybe in Thriftmas we'll be able to find my son a penguin. That would be great, so that I don't have to, go buy at retail. I love finding like homemade stuff. Oh, I donated that too. That used to be hanging in our kitchen, kind of where we have our like command center for the family, and I replaced it with something new. This is so much fun. If we were still in like the Barbie-core era, that would have been really cute. It's just Forever 21, but it was so sparkly. I can't imagine carrying that around. It would be so loud because it was like the beads were like clinging against each other the whole time. I definitely remember seeing little Rudolph before, the My First Christmas bib. We've seen that on a previous day, and then I'm seeing quite a bit of repeats already. I remember that like medicine ball, that like birdcage photo hanger was actually something I also donated. And so they definitely got all my stuff out already, which is good. It means they're processing things fast. I remember those pair of Cool Hand shoes from I think yesterday. I remember the little tiki guy. So all of these carts I think are just repeats from yesterday, which is why I'm not digging into them quite as much this time around. I checked out another aisle where the employee was stocking shoes, and I found these Danskos. These are leather. They're not the traditional like Dansko clogs, but upon looking these up later, I grabbed them no matter what since they were only $8. But when I put them into my inventory, I realized that these are like regularly selling around $35. So I was pretty excited about that. No put back rack items today, unfortunately, but I saw this on the way in the blazers. Look how beautiful. I like selling Boston Proper. It's like a online catalog brand, and it is stunning. It's a size 18. It's new with tags. It's standard blazer price at $7.49, and this retailed for like almost $150. So I'm listing this really high, actually close to $100, and we'll see how it does. If it sits for a little while, I'll lower the price, as I relist my inventory. And yeah, I'm excited about that. So since I'm in the blazers, I do really like selling blazers. I decided, hey, let's check this out. These Zara, I think they were pants, might have been good, but I wasn't going to pay the full price for them, even though they were new with tags. But I would absolutely grab something like that if they were low price. Anybody want some banana shoes? But one of the places that when I go to Goodwill, if I am going to actually look through the racks, one of the first places I often will go is to the blazers, because I can find some gems. I don't think that resellers look here quite as often because they can be boring. They're not as trendy and catchy. And some of these Talbots ones, they always have priced up at $16. But all the way on the end, I found this beauty. This is by Anthropologie, like a slouchy long line velvet blazer. It's standard price, and velvet is trending right now. It's one of the biggest trends happening. I love this dark, like moody is another hashtag that's been trending recently, especially on like Depop and Poshmark and some of the more like trendy reselling platforms. I'm also absolutely gonna wear this to the office first.
Okay, this is me attempting to put on those pants like over top of my leggings, and so it looks super weird. So I cannot tell if they'd be good or if they would be absolutely terrible. But if I get them, I mean, the worst thing that happens is I bring them back tomorrow, I guess. I can return clothing and electronics, which is the only thing I can return. But these pockets, I'm just worried they're going to be like super visible, and I don't like that. So I think we're going to leave it because I don't know. What do you guys think? I just think that even if I didn't have pants, that those would be like really seen. So yeah, I think we're going to leave them here. I had to take my boots off to do that, and I just put it back on the wrong foot. Oh, the cold stuck up on me this December. I'm like always cold. So in actual winter, I'm even colder. But all right, we ended up getting 7 items. It again is less items than we were getting the first few days of Thriftmas, but I'm actually really happy with the like type of items, like the quality versus, you know, quantity type of thing. I am very excited that we found this. I'm not even going to try to say this, but the heart guy, because I've never found him before. I've seen like the Vans collab and I've heard about the like clothes itself, but yeah, look at this. It's a very, very unassuming type thing, but if you can find that little heart guy, definitely look it up. That's why I like looked at it and then I passed it, and then like something in my brain went off and I was like, I need to go back and look that up, and I am so glad I did, because that's probably going to be the find of the day. I'm also just really excited anytime I find Victoria's Secret Gold Label, because it sells really well for me, and I've never found just a slip before. I think that's going to be really trendy, especially with like the Y2K, like the Depop folks, because you don't have to wear it as a slip anymore. You can just wear it as a dress. You can pair it. That'd be really, really cute with like an oversized sweater, some over-the-knee boots. Like there's so many fun things. Oh, now I'm realizing that's my size, so I could probably do everything I just said. Even better. Okay, so we got 7 things. I ended up spending $44.35. I did not have a 20% off coupon today, but I did have a couple dollars from yesterday to redeem. So $44.35 divided by 7. It's going to be around like $6. I just did the math in there and I'm trying to remember. I think it's around $6.33 per item, but that includes, you know, a pair of shoes, a sweater. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm also just personally really excited that I found my husband a pair of pants. Those will hopefully fit him well. If they don't, I'll be able to resell those. I'll make, you know, $5, $10 on them. Any Levi's in great condition are going to sell for something. I won't make a ton of money. I wouldn't have grabbed them just to resell, but if they don't work for him, I will definitely just sell them instead of returning to the store, because I would make a few dollars on them. No hard goods today. That was less exciting than it has been previously. About half the carts or so looked like they were still carts that they had put out before, and nothing in the other ones really caught my interest. So that was a little bit of a downer. I really hope I can find my son's penguin. I haven't been able to look on any of the days that my daughter has been with me, because that would ruin the secret of Santa bringing a penguin for my son and a snowman for my daughter. So I've been had to be careful. So hopefully in the next few days, I don't think she's going to be with me any of the next couple days, we'll be able to find one. Fingers crossed. If not, oh my gosh, I'll have to go to a real store. I hate going to real stores. But anyway, thanks again for hanging out with me. Let me know your favorite thing we found today. Don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.